with our second podcast, Unlikely Sisters, a tale of five digital lives. So, our today's topic will be our relationship with our parents. So, today I want to talk about the one of the most significant relationship in our life, the one we share with our parents. Our parents are the first people we meet in this world, and they play a really vital role in shaping us into individuals we become. They are our pillars of strength, our guiding lights, and our biggest supporters. They teach us the values of life, help us to navigate its challenges, and provide us with unconditional love and support. As we grow older, our relationship with our parents evolves. We may face like disagreements, misunderstandings, and conflicts, but it's essential to remember that the love and concern is infinite. So, we are here to talk about our relationship with our parents. Like, I have got the strength and courage from my dad, as he always treated me like a strong kid. Like, he always used to ask me that I should be really strong in my life, should face difficulties with a smile in my face, and should never feel discouraged no matter how difficult the situation is. At this point of my life, when I have pursued PCMB, which is one of the most hectic streams in a student's life, the time management that I have learned in my life is from my mom, because I have seen her balancing around with her work life and her household. And yes, I have learned a lot from my parents. And yes, we are really good friends. We talk about a lot. And that's how a relationship with our parents should be. So here I am with Taurus Girl. What you want to share about your experience with your parents, or any kind of incident that you would like to share with our audience?
Hi everyone, welcome back to our podcast. So, yes, our relationship with our parents is like really crucial. I mean, like what our relationship is with them, and that is how it shows in our personality, that how one is with their parents and how they'll be like outside. Okay, so it's like I mean, the most common thing in everybody's life is when their marks come. That is what is like the test of the relationship with your parents. Because, I mean, when marks come, either we are very scared or we are like happy. But it's like a thing, Indian parents never really get satisfied by our marks. Some parents do, some don't. They always have that thing that there's always scope of betterment. So for me, it's like I am like a single child, so I have that thing above, like on me, that I have to do good because all the responsibility is on me. So yes, so whenever my marks come, I'm like really scared, because honestly I'm like an average student. So that's like always a thing. Whenever I go with my marks to my nanny, she always is like, yeah, one common problem that we shouldn't forget is the phone. So whenever I'm on my phone, it's always, I always get a shouting that why are you always on your phone, eyes खराब हो जाएगी, ये हो जाएगा, वो हो जाएगा, सारे. And even if like I get sick, one common thing we all hear, फ़ोन छोड़ दे ठीक हो जाएगी. So yeah, these are like some of the problems we face with our parents. And especially generational gap is also a thing, that sometimes we feel like they just don't really get us. It's like we want them to get us like so bad that sometimes it just feels like everything is crumbling around us. But then again, we don't even know who we can share it with. But sometimes it's just like they do those unsaid things that really make up your day, even if you feel like they don't understand you. But it's like they are also trying very hard to understand us and to get us. So yeah, that's all I had to say from my side. Libra girl, over to you.
All right. So as you have shared us related to the marks and how the reaction we get from our parents, I would like to say that when I was a kid, I was really good with my science subject and I was not so good with my social science. What reaction I used to get from my dad was that science में तो अच्छा हो गया, maths में तो अच्छा हो गया, it's all right. Social science, it's like fine. मतलब it's all right even if you don't get a good mark. You are like passing with a nice like score, decent score, like 85 or something. It's all right. So I always get that like kind of behavior from my dad, but my mom, she always used to help me. She always used to ask me to maintain a balance between every subject because every subject do matter a lot. As she's a teacher, she knows that every subject has got some importance in life. Even if you're not pursuing it in your future, still you have to learn it, you have to understand it, and maybe some or the other point it will help you. So in my case, marks were not really a thing that my parents used to have a fuss about. Like even when I was like really tense related to my board exam marks and all everything, my parents were like, don't worry, you will get a good score. And I was the one who was freaking out when the site was crashing. And when I got the marks, my dad and my mom was like, we already had an idea that you will do good. And it's not just with the marks, even during the means and even like the other exams also, they always have that confidence. And I would like to say that every parent should have that kind of confidence with their kid, because if you have that confidence, I will say your kid will eventually do much better even from their capacity also. As I was studying like PCMB, I was like preparing for JEE and NEET. Every other parent, they had expectations from their kid to get into some good like national college in IIT, or the ones who were studying like biology. The parents wanted their kid to get into the best college, med school, AIMS or GNC. And at this point, my parents were like, hey, please take care of your health. Please don't like overstress yourself. Don't burn out yourself. If you will do it, it's of no use, even if you get in the best university. Because from the beginning of my life, I was a really sick child. Sometime or the other, I will fall sick, and that's definite. So, my parents were more concerned about my health. So, I will say that yes, my parents were actually really friendly with the thing that whatever I pursue, how much marks I get, that doesn't matter, and that doesn't actually counts my importance in their life. So their expectation was never a thing, and that was the reason I was really calm and cool during my prep time. It's alright, nothing will happen, and I will be fine in my life. Nothing in my life will change. On the contrary, I have seen my friends who were preparing for the same examination, as their parents had a lot of expectation that they were in the best coaching, in one of the elite coaching. If you will understand which coaching I'm talking about, yeah, they were in that coaching, and they were like really like tense that if they don't like get in the best college, what will happen, the all the investment their parents had done in their education will actually be in a waste. So they had a lot of pressure and expectations that their parents had from them in from the beginning itself. But yeah, that was the best thing that my parents never did to me, and I'm really thankful to them. Anything from you, Taurus girl, like from the perspective of expectation that most of the parents do have from their kid nowadays?
Yeah, I mean, expectation wise, my parents don't really put any pressure on me. It's They just want me to do good and be satisfied in what I'm doing. Like you mentioned, you have been like a sick kid. Even it's like the same for me. Whenever there are exams or anything, I like always get exam pressure. And even if there's exam fever, sorry, yes, exam fever. And even if there is like no exam, it's like because you know how life is a exam, and if any important presentation comes up or if anything like that comes up, so yeah, even then I get like exam fever. But yeah, that is like besides the point. So expectation wise, they only expect me to like get good marks so that I can get into like a good college and then I can get the subject that I want. So yeah, that's all based on expectation. But other than that, like you mentioned how always like our parents want us to be happy, that's like literally the same with them as well. Maybe they might not be very, you know, verbal about it, but you know, it always shows in the actions. So yes, many kids think that their parents don't really care about them, but that's not the truth. The truth is that it might not seem like how they behave or how they do, but they always just want a perfect environment for you, where you know you can grow and you can just be the best version you are, you know, of what you are right now. So yeah, that's all from me. Over to you, Libra girl.
Okay, as you said about this, let me share a good memory of my life with my parents. I will say that my interest in football and cricket and in different sports that I have pursued because of my dad and even because of my mom, because they both were really interested in sports. And as my dad used to like watch these match and World Cup and everything, I used to be a like really small kid and I used to sit beside him. I used to watch these match. And now when I like have time to watch these match and my dad is not there with me because of his work life hectic schedule, I actually miss him a lot because of this reason. I have spent a lot many memories. I will see even when India won the World Cup in the cricket. Like I will say, even at that time I was a kid. I still remember we were so like happy at that time. So yes, these kind of memories I always get a recap when I'm sitting all alone, or maybe at that time I don't have my parents beside me. So yes, we miss our parents when we know that their importance in our life and the best memories we have shared with them. So that's my best memory with them. Anything from you, Taurus girl? Some best memory from your parents that you have experienced in your life?
Yeah, I mean, there are many, but like the most recent one, I don't know why it's just like a best memory for me. But it's like my grandfather, so my grandmother and grandfather are like parents to me. So I had gone to college during my periods, and I was like in pain, like honestly, like whatever happens during periods, right? Like cramping and stuff. So I was in pain, and my grandfather just tells my grandmother that call her and ask her how is she feeling now, is the pain okay. It's like a big thing even after that generational gap where like kids are a taboo word. Still he care about me, he like asked about my well-being during that time. And yes, like because even I keep falling sick, so yeah, like that small caring calls and all that, that is like really best memories. And those festival memories as well, like how festival the entire family gets together, and how our parents, you know, just talk about, oh मेरी बेटी ने देखो क्या क्या किया, तनिष्का ने क्या क्या किया. And yes, these are some of like the best memories. Yeah, that's like about me. So Libra girl, anything else you want to add?
Like from your memory with your grandparents, I would like to share that. Oh, when I was in 11th, I had a really tough time in my life to accept the fact that I pursued science. And now I have nothing, like no U-turn that I can take. I could have taken a U-turn, but I didn't bother to take it. It was my thing, whatever it was. But yeah, I took science, and it took some time for me to accept the fact that it's actually really tough. It's not so easy. So at that time, I was really depressed. What I used to do was that I usually used to come back from school, and basically I used to like sleep for the entire time and all. And I don't know what happened at that time. Maybe due to clinical depression, some or the other, how I lost my ability to walk properly. And at that time, it was the most tough time in my life. So my parents used to be really busy with their work life and everything. My dad had a change of work destination. He was there in my place, and now he had to shift to Delhi. So at that time, even my mom was busy with her work. So they like had no time to give me the particular medical attention that I actually need at that time. My grandma was the one who took care of me at that time, and she used to like see in every particular thing that if I have some problem like with my walking, so she used to give me the support. And I will say that that one memory of my life I can never forget. And yes, I will say that I really love my grandma like infinite times more compared to my parents. So yes, grandparents are like, I will say, biggest gift that we get from God, and they're the best people who will be there with you like a friend who will advise you, and they will always be there with you no matter what. And yeah, that was my like core memories that I had with my grandma. And next, moving on, like as we all know that there are siblings who have a lot of age gap. Like I have few cousins, and they are really close to me, to be honest. And before my board exam, I went to their place just to have a break because I was really like tense with my board, what to do and all. As usual, I have a sickness to take tension before every single thing. So my parents, they decided that I should give a break in my life, not technically break, but a change of destination or place. So they wanted me to go over there and spend 1 month over there. So what I have seen was that my elder sister, she's elder to me for around 10 years, and her sibling, he's my like little cousin, little brother. So he's like he's younger to me by 3 years, and my elder sister and my younger brother have an age gap of 13 years. So, what I have seen was that when my sister was a teenager, her parents, my auntie and my uncle, used to like actually be really strict with her, used to like restrict her, like basically do this, please be like focus on your career and everything. But now when I see my brother, my little brother, when he's like in his teenage years right now, he's like at the age of like 15, 16. So at this time, I see that my auntie and uncle, they are actually like really chill and all. They let him do what he feels like if he actually wants to pursue his passion with football. So they're really like cool with that. But that was not a thing when my sister, when my elder sister was a teenager. So yes, siblings can experience this kind of like change of attitude from their parents when they have a huge age gap. I was a single child, so I never got that opportunity to see that kind of like attitude change. And even I know that my parents always happy with me. They done my upbringing, my nurturing like a boy, because when I was a kid, I was almost like a tomboy. I always used to have this mushroom haircut, and basically my behavior was not less than a boy. I always used to be a rowdy like child. So yes, That was my thing. Anything from your side?
Not really, actually. I think, yeah, from me, there's like not much to share, but siblings' perspective, if we see, then I have like two brothers of my real Masi. So, whenever they come, it really feels like I do have siblings because they fight so much with me, and then because I'm the elder one, I get the shouting because तेरी ही गलती होगी संभाला क्यों नहीं अपने भाइयों को. So stuff like that. Like तो these two like fight like cats and dogs. It's like Tom and Jerry incarnated in like real life. So yeah. Yeah, and
Totally.
that's like, yeah.
Yes, I totally agree with you on that perspective. And to proceed with, like, there are like teenagers who hesitate to talk a lot with their parents to talk about different kind of topics because they think that their parents will literally be like freak out when they will talk about this kind of topic or any kind of topic which is like really famous among Gen Z. So from my side, I want to say is that if you are really good with your parents, if you're really like friendly kind of nature with your parents, please talk with your parents related to different kind of topics. Like few days back, I was talking to my father related to this living relationship and all, and my dad was like, "It's all right, I guess. Like if two people they want to know each other before like getting into a union, so what's the problem with it?" I was like, seriously, my dad is like so cool. Like I had no idea related to it, but talking about different kind of topics, you get some kind of ideology from that. On the other hand, contrary, my mother, when I was talking to her related to the same topic, she was like bit like disagreeing from the perspective my dad said. So yeah, we have debates on different kind of topics related to geopolitics and technology or different kind of like things that have been happening all around. So I have a really like mix and match kind of relationship with my mom and dad, and it all depends because the thing is that what I do is that if I am really angry on my mom, I make sure that I don't talk with her. And the thing is that at this point of time, my dad is like between two countries. Neither he is on that side, neither he is on this side. So it's like a cold war, and he's the one like who like solves the problem, sorts out the thing, and everything comes to an end point, and ceasefire happens. So in a family, when you live with two parents who have different kind of perspective, you have a lot of debate, you can talk about a lot of things. And yeah, that's all from my side. Anything from you, Taurus? Good.
Yeah, this fight thing is like very relevant. I mean, when you like have a fight with your mom, or for me with my nanny or mom, so it's like seriously एक पूरा cold war ही हो जाता है घर पे. मतलब ना इधर का ना उधर का, and then it's like after some time we both only feel bad, so either I go and hug her or she comes to me. So it's like that. So yeah, it's like a really cool thing, your relationship with your parents. You always go through a roller coaster of emotions because there are a lot of things that come in place. Sometimes they don't understand you, sometimes you fail to understand them, and then there are those cute sweet moments.
As we all know that Air India Flight 171, a Boeing 787 Dreamliner, crashed shortly after takeoff from Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport in Ahmedabad on June 12, 2025. The flight was headed to London with 242 people on board, including 230 passengers and 12 crew members. Today, we are here to pay our respects, deep condolences to the family who have lost their loved ones in a tragic plane crash in Ahmedabad. Our hearts go out to those who have been affected by this devastating incident. So I would like to tell you guys that you never know what can happen in your life. So it's better for all of us to always be appreciable and thankful to our parents, to our loved ones, because you never know when is the last time you might be seeing them. So give some importance to the people who are around you because each and every life matters. So for now, I would like to end this podcast. I hope you guys would have liked this podcast and liked it and comment down below. So let's meet in the next podcast. Till then, take care. Bye.